Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi When to Cry. Onikakushi, yes, that's what it is. So the third recording now, isn't it, that I've done? Like, I got 4 parts. And, like, first record session I had 2 parts. Second record session, 2 parts. Third, we'll probably have 2 parts as well here. It just seems so surreal, man. It feels like it was ages ago when I last recorded for it. Well, it has been a couple of days, but it feels even longer. But I suppose that's probably because I've been recording for Final Fantasy X a lot lately. I'm up to like 90-odd parts, which is ridiculous, because like the upload-wise with our LP on my main channel is way ahead. I was just wanting to get like all the side quest stuff out of the way because I'm near like the end of the game, more or less. And honestly, it's so damn tedious and time-consuming that, honestly, I think I'm probably going to end up switching to focusing on the Pokemon LP and this one more than that, because I'm kind of burnt out on that for now. Just like, well, that's what happens if you freaking played for that long, I guess. So tedious. Anyways, I also mentioned this LP in that LP. Of course, when that gets uploaded, it'll be a long time from now. So where we last left off, I don't remember. You know, I just realized it's pretty bad to be recording at this time, because it's like nearly 1 in the morning. My sleeping pattern is shit. I'd say part the reason is obviously because of the Final Fantasy X LP, because editing takes hours. Renner has no objection. I don't know how to do a laugh. I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. And Satoko both approve. The 3 that Mion and the voice and the a unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi, my Barakun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes that are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along. You're so naive, Renna. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. This was starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club was it? To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Yeah, there's more to it than simply games, though. Rika-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically, this club put me on this hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day. It seemed that, depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the person who finished in last place. The classic punishment game, or bots. What is it? Batsu. Is that what it is? Batsu game? I think that's punishment in Japanese, I think. Oh, speaking of which, where's my dictionary? Forgot all about that. Japanese word of the day. Pick one, which one should it be? Try to look for a simple word here. Even though originally I was just going to like look at a word and the first word I see would be the one to, you know, be the word of the day, but whatever. Actually, no, I'd imagine game probably is like Gameu or something like that, I imagine. Let's see if, probably not, because that's clearly
gonna be katakana, so it'll be like non-Japanese origin, which is ironic considering like how they're quite big in the game industry nowadays, aren't they? Yep, as I thought. Wait. Keiichi Games noun from British English. So I don't even know. Let's go with a different one. How about let's actually try that. Let's see if it's got it in there. Just so penguin, and it looks like it's not even all that different. It's like penguin. It's not really different at all, is it? Maybe the pronunciation is different. I just haven't heard it. What am I looking for again? Ah, yes. Shobatsu is penalty. I already said batsu means like punishment, so it's kind of added on there, I guess. So yeah, whatever. Those are Japanese words or whatever for the day. I'll make this clear right now. We are playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? Well, what's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society: aim only for first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed. This is intense shit here. Rule number 2 of our society: for that reason you are obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Satoka said it, it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary. Of course I will do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. Alright then, I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation. My baptism into the club. We can always forget pronunciations. At least it's not as bad as like in my early days of, you know, Let's Playing. I'd like said so many wrong pronunciations on words that seem so obvious now. A word of warning, Kei-chan. Rena can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Initiation? Is that it? I don't know. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. We have the games here at the school. Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage. Today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game, like old Bachelor? Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think? Whoa, it will be oil-based paint, right? Right? Oil-based face painting with oil-based paint? That is perfect! Satoka cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. Seemed like she was raring to go. If it's going to be like this, then I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Maybe that was Mion that said that. I don't know. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. There's only one difference. There's no Joker. I'd honestly be shit at this because I don't know the rules to that. I like little knowledge when it comes to card games. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start. So you know, if I was in this, I'd lose every goddamn time. Meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game.
I'll take out the card now.
Renner took out one card and left it face down on the table, in defense position. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'd be pretty obvious in the endgame. No way to tell at the start. The rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to one face down, all the while dodging each other's reactions. I don't know if it was Renan that said the last line or not, because, you know, it doesn't have the names. It was as if they could see what the face-down card was. It was as if they were cheating somehow, wasn't it? No, it couldn't be. By any means necessary, Keiichi, any means necessary. They mean that when they say it. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Never can tell by the scratches what the card on the table is.
Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly.
She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that could be your crutch. He's at a big disadvantage here. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Bring it! I'll take advantage of your callousness and beat you at your own game. Notice I'm keeping my voice down a little bit, because, you know, it is like nearly 1 in the morning. What a stupid time to record, isn't it? But I woke up a couple of hours ago. It's like my thing band sucks. That baseless confidence will soon be crushed.
How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9. Jack, Queen. By the way, the Bachelor is the Jack of Diamonds. I can tell that they are, even if you what they are, even if you switch them around. I am out.
I thought it was bad, but not to be this brutal, just overwhelming. Demons, bro, demons. Renner, isn't a demon, are you?
Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is the free of hearts, isn't it? I'm out.
Not even a hint of mercy. Renner, you very good job.
These club activities weren't to be trifled with, much like Hinamizawa. An ominous of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a death match on the deserted islands, these guys would probably take to it like fish to water.
Wasn't there a movie about that? What was it called?
I haven't actually seen it. Was it Battle Royale or something like that? So yeah, they probably would. Some of them anyway, probably worthwhile on that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates.
It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins. Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points.
There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard.
I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck. It's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all. He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for a lily peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think?
A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan. Rika-chan's.
Keep on fighting, yeah?
Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi, my brother. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Rena said, each card had its own distinct markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory.
Whoa, great, Keiichi-kun, just like that.
I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands, so all the cards arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen.
The one with the ripped corner should be the 5. And I'm out.
I couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is your weapon. Then it was my turn. Satoko fanned out her cards for me.
You see, I want the 7. Is it this one?
Wait, is it this one?
I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it.
There was a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want to take it. That kind of expression. Well, you can't be 100% sure, man. They're like fiends, demons. When it comes to this competitive nature of the game, they could psych you out, man. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by me. I know it's this one. Got it. 7 of spades. A cheer of ooh rang out.
What is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart.
It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in the expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. They don't have good poker faces then, do they?
Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. What?
She was startled by her own misread. Of course, everyone else was too.
Whoa, it's rare that Mi-chan gets a card wrong. No, Kei-chan, could it be you?
They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it. I was just thinking that, it's like, if they, like, tell them by all that kind of shit, the thing, you know, would, confuse them and throw them off is to add something new to it that'd make them go, it's like, I don't recognize it anymore.
Are you saying he disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? What an impressive show of wit! Keiichi landed a clean hit.
Clap.
That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know.
Having defeated the forerunner Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. Don't let it get to your head, though. Reminds me of the freaking goddamn arena freaking thingy in Final Fantasy X that I'd be going over. Anytime I'd lose to one of these super fiends, he'd be like, when I managed to defeat one of them, he'd be like, oh, good job, but don't let it get to your head. It's just like, yeah, because you'll get your ass kicked if you let it get to your head. You've got to be careful, Keiichi. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selected the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up a loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Why has it got that? Is he laughing in a sing-song voice like, how do you do that anyway? I guess laughing could be seen that way, I guess. That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who is at the top already and ensured victory.
Even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that?
Of course I do.
Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it?
She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with a joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card in my right or the card in my left. If Keiichi can guess which card hand the joker's in, then he wins. When you turn around just now, you didn't pull out the joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright, you've got it! Mion grasped 1 card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful!
Yeah, of course. This is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one I hadn't seen before.
That card is...
I didn't let that bit from Satoku slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark of the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Satoku's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker.
Oh! Ooh, Keiichi thinks it's the one on the right. Will you choose that one then? Will you?
The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Satoku's reaction? More carefully. I remember now. That mark, the left card, no doubt about it. The 7 of clubs.
It's the 7 of clubs, I see.
I've won! The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was the Joker. And then, just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker.
Huh? What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Ooh, what makes you so certain that the right one isn't the Joker, Keiichi-san?
Mion went loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs.
Then, doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right?
Yeah, one of those is the Joker, right?
Keiichi has good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by...
So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching it with Satoku's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile. So that means Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card, and that means...
I see, I get it. This left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right?
It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declare it loudly. The Joker is the left one! It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity forever in there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion.
Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances. Keiichi, yours is the best. The best of the best of the best.
That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory.
Rika-chan is...
Ren and Satoko gaped at us, as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Renner? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This was fair and square. Well, they have the by any means necessary for victory thing, so even if he did cheat, it wouldn't matter.
Rika only pet someone on the head to console them.
Yep. Ah, what's the meaning of? At that moment, Rena let out a small shriek.
Keiichi-kun, this is how it was? You know, Kei-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far.
Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble.
It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost.
It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand.
Kei-chan, you know she would take pride in this loss.
She turned it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable. It was the 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it.
I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Maibara's membership in Far Club.
As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave, despite my defeat.
The match is over now. Now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and your exalted loser is Keiichi Maibara.
Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so sadly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. But your punishment is not going to be so refreshing.
When Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited thinking she's going to do it again. When Keiichi soon stopped the moment for touching the crack card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily.
Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly.
Everyone got excited to make it more fun.
You're all demons! You monsters! I can't, raise my voice too loudly.
Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly.
Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt-tip marker on its large and oil base.
Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized.
No! Let her mind that froze. No! Higurashi when they cry. Commercial break-ish kind of scream. It really does. It's like, now we got a commercial. What tips will we get this time? Or will we not get any tips? I guess it's not time for tips yet. Construction. Seriously, I can't even remember why that freaking construction shit is even out there by the school. I don't remember if it had a purpose or whether it was just abandoned there from ages ago. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. Why did they I don't know. Just like, in the original Japanese, is it just wrote like kawaii, or is it like wrote in a like different way that gives it a certain different accent to it, and that's why it's like been translated as cute instead of cute, just that further add emphasis on it. She's like, I don't know. So today it was just Mion and me walking home together, a rather rare occurrence. You say a rather rare occurrence. Well, he has technically lived there a while before he came back at the start of the, story arc. But it's technically like only first time we've seen it in general, really, because we've only seen a bit of, the plot, characters' interactions and all that. Well, we've only seen the tiniest bit of, the major driving point of the plot. This is kind of setting things up, getting used to the characters, building up an atmosphere, and I don't know how else to describe it, but when it gets to the real dark shit, it's just it wouldn't be as impactful if they didn't build anything up leading to it, obviously. Man of the treasure, huh? You guys throwing it away probably never thought it in their wildest dreams that Renner would be grateful to them. Mountain of treasure meaning that damn construction site from before. Dam as in, dam. As in Stan broke the dam. Alright, Mion would probably tell me that murder by dismemberment that seems to have happened there. It's oh yeah, back to that, are we? Over there, at that damn construction site. It sounds weird, isn't it? It's it's like you're saying, that blasted construction site, that damn construction site, but it's an actual damn construction site. Did something happen there long ago? Something sure did, a grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted here, but I decided I'd listen just the same. Didn't they already go on about that, though? It was all land that was going to be sunk into the dam reservoir. I would have thought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it. Acted all big and full of themselves. As soon as they figured out that they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mion spoke excitedly as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? Mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislators. As a result, the development plan was retracted. It was a complete victory. Ha ha ha! There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She probably cut me off. The same as Rena had. And Mion doesn't have the excuse that Rena has with her only moving there a year. Mion's actually from the village in general. Her words signaled the end of discussion. Tomitake-san said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred. I guess I was wrong. Like hell, Keiichi, we got that freaking tip that pointed out that there was an incident, Of course, you haven't seen it in the story yet. I think he does come across something about that, but not for a while. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Kei-chan, you can't watch that off until you get home, got it? I got it, I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Is it the classic penis drawings? Probably not. I mean, they probably just wrote on his face or something. Probably like in kanji characters or something. Because if they did write, draw penises on him, this wouldn't work. Because you got Rena, Rika, and Satoko there, and they'd just be like, Mion, I can't believe you just did that. I mean, she does refer to herself as a dirty old man for some reason, so I wouldn't put it past her, but still. Damn you, Mion, you shall rue this day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on. All over your face, you won't be able to shake it off, even with a scoring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my mum, embarrassing myself yet again.